What's up? It's your girl, Chef ChefCarlaAndrea, and we're back in my kitchen. Like I said earlier, I'm going to show you guys my version of a caprese salad. I have heirloom tomatoes. I chose them because they're bright, they're seasonal, and they're full of flavor. I have fresh basil. When I buy my basil, I look for a leaf that's bright in color, that's firm, and smells of fresh basil. I have fresh mozzarella. I like to look for a brand that has a nice salt content, that's creamy and stringy. I have salt and pepper, olive oil, and the star of the show, my homemade beer vinegar. I do this by mixing stout beer with mother vinegar. I shake it around, I seal it, I put it away. 3 months later, I have vinegar. I love it because it's cheaper than balsamic, but it has the same great flavor, complexity, and like I said, it's only a quarter of the price. So the first thing is, we're going to slice our tomatoes. I like to do a medium slice on them. I don't want them too thick, but I don't want them too thin. I chose to do 4 tomatoes because a few people are going to be eating this. I'm having, I guess you could say, a party. But if you want to make this dish, you can pick 2 tomatoes, you can pick 3 tomatoes, you can do as many tomatoes as you want. This dish is good for a work function, if you want to have a quiet night with a nice bottle of wine, if you're having company, or if you're like me, it's hot. I'm in California, we're in the middle of a heat wave, so I wanted to do something that I didn't have to cook, but it was going to fill me up. So I have an orange one, I picked a green one, and I have another orange-red heirloom tomato. You can find these at like farmers markets. You can find them in grocery stores. They're readily available. You can find an heirloom tomato anywhere nowadays, but I like to buy them at my local grocery store that I shop at all the time. And I wanted just to get your regular red vine tomato because I wanted to mix it up. I still wanted to incorporate some red within the color. So I'm going to slice this up the same way I did my heirloom tomatoes. I don't know if you can tell the difference in the tomato inside is. This one has a little more seeds, a little more juice. This one, not so much. It's a smaller seeded area, more flesh, which makes for making good fried green tomatoes. So now that I've got that all chopped up, I'm going to get this out the way. And now the next thing I'm going to do is cut my bread up. I wanted to use a baguette because when I do my caprese salad, I like to have something to go along with it. I don't want to just have just tomato and cheese. I like to kind of make like an open-faced sandwich, a little crostini. So I'm going to do about an inch of a slice with this. Only need a few pieces, not too many, but it is something nice to have to go along with it. So I'm going to get a few good slices out of this. You'll be surprised about how much this fills you up by the time you get to eating the bread, the tomatoes. I'm going to pop this in the boiler. I have my boiler going already. So this should only take a few minutes to get it going. Earlier, before I started, I took some vinegar. I put it in the pan and I let it reduce. I don't know if you can see it, but I had double the portion. And I let it reduce because I like how it builds the flavor. It kind of intensifies the flavor of the vinegar when you let it reduce. It's not just the same vinegar. It gives you different notes. You still taste it, but it's just like, it's like pops in your mouth. It just blossoms. So now that I have my bread in the broiler working, I'm going to show you guys how to stack your caprese salad. It's an easy salad to do. Oh, wait. The first thing we want to do is take the mozzarella and slice it. I forgot about that. That's the important part. You got to have your mozzarella already sliced before you can put it together. I just do the same thickness and slice that I did with the tomatoes. Nothing special, nothing difficult. This dish takes about maybe 10 minutes to put together. go to the grocery store, pick up your ingredients. That probably takes 15 minutes, including paying for it and getting back into your car. So the way I like to do it is I like to layer tomato, cheese, some basil. Then I alternate the colors, not the same. I do some tomato, more mozzarella, basil. I already picked and cleaned my basil. You're going to want to make sure you do that before you start, just to simplify the process with you guys. Get some more tomato going on. I really like the heirloom tomatoes because it brings a nice color to the dish, because normally when you see a caprese salad, it's the same color, just red. Now let me grab my crostinis. These are ready. Like I said, it only takes a few minutes because I put it on broil. When they come out the oven, I like to take some garlic and put it on the bread, so that way it has another layer of flavor. I didn't use any oil because the dish already is going to have oil on it, so I don't want to make it greasy, slippery. Got a few more pieces to do. Okay, so the bread is all done. Now I'm going to take my salt and pepper. This right here is a portion for one person. Now I'm going to take some olive oil and I'm just going to put just a little bit over it, just to moisten up everything and make you feel like you're eating a salad. Now I'm going to take some vinegar, and voila, you have a heirloom tomato caprese salad with some bread to go along with it.